Alright, today we're going to be talking about NEC code violations. For those of you who don't know what NEC is the National Electrical Code, and I am using the 2011 edition. Now, okay, so we have two violations here. I'm going to start with the one on the left first. Here we have receptacle, and it's not properly supported. I guess there used to be a water fountain there, and homeowners removed it, but again, not properly supported. You go to NEC 314.23F, which is let me read this one, which is a raceway supported enclosure with devices, luminaires, and lamp holders. That's a long code. I'm not going to read it, but again, it tells you the proper way to support it. Now the violation on the right, again, you have another receptacle. I guess it was originally mounted to the tree. This happens a lot when you have a live tree like this. It's going to grow, and I guess the roots kind of pushed it away with the conduit and everything else like that. That's why all the bricks are messed up, because of the roots. But can you use a living tree as support? Well, if you go to NEC 410.36G, I'm going to read the code here. It says, trees, outdoor luminaires, and associated equipment shall be permitted to be supported by trees. So then, yes, you can use it as a support. However, I do not like to use it as a support because it's a living thing. It grows, and it's going to move. Now, there's other ways to do this to support this receptacle. However, you're kind of in a corner here because you have minimum room to put a support in. I'm sure it was hard enough to get that conduit there with those tree roots deep enough if they went the proper depth. So this is kind of like tossed in the air. However you can do it, you got to do it. So that's it with that. If you have comments about these two pictures, then just write it, write on the wall or send a message. Alright, so this next violation, you can see there's a floodlight on a post. This is actually in front of a development community. It's actually daytime, and you can see the floodlight is on, and there's actually a photo cell on the post. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it must be bad because the light is on. But you can see the exposed cable, which is a 14 gauge wire. This is not the proper installation for this. And if you go to NEC 300.5 and its underground installations, it's going to show you. It's going to tell you what how deep to go when you. And first of all, it should be in conduit. That's first of all. But it's going to tell you what's the depth you need to go to bury this conduit with the cable in it. Now, this is for one, this is just a safety issue all around, because if this was covered up by leaves or something like that, you have a landscaper come along and take a shovel and put a new plant in, and he goes right into this cable. He's getting shocked. So that's that. And then the way they wired it up, not only that, but they went directly into a sprinkler timer box, and that, again, not the right way again. And I will show you that in this next picture. Here is here's the sprinkler control box, and you could see the wire, the 14 gauge wire, going around on the ground there, and then loops around the post, and then goes in the box. I'm sure the guy just drilled a hole. Whoever did this just drilled a hole into the box. I'm sure it's not sealed properly, and I'm sure water's getting into it, and just hooked it up to the 120 volts, and then that's it. Walked away. Now there's two floodlights on each side of the road here. I did not see how the other side was hooked up. The other side seemed to be hooked up right. Now there's two entrances to this development, and on the first entrance, again, it has the same light setup, floodlight setup. I did not see how those were wired up either. They could be done, could be done right. I do know, however, those ones are not on photocells. It's actually on a timer. So I just don't know if this is just the one section where they just said, screw it, this is the easiest way to do it, or what. So But if you have comments, write me a comment, subscribe. If you want me to do electrical video, whatever you want, just let me know.